All right, Shore Kings, it's that time of the month again. New games are announced. I haven't even seen this, so let's click on it. 48 minutes ago. Here we go. These are the games for PlayStation Plus Extra that are coming in May. Okay, let's go through the list quick, and then we'll go into them into more details. First, we have Sandland, Soul Hackers 2, Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted, Battlefield 5, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, Legends of the Zone Trilogy, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Humankind, Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, Gloomhaven, Mercenaries Edition. And for premium, we have Battle Engine Aquila, and that's it. Wow, what a month. I don't think there's even one game that I want to play here from this whole list. What a crappy month. Oh my god. If my prediction video is even close to being right, we'll find out next week. We're going to lose so many good games that are going to get replaced by this lot. Do you know what this feels like? Do you know when you go into like a GameStop or something, and then there's that bin that's like the $10 bin that like no one even bothers with those games? You wouldn't even buy these games for $5. Sorry, but that is how I feel for this whole pile. I don't know why it's so trendy for PlayStation to have this habit of dropping the absolute worst games the same month that they decide to increase the prices. What is going on? Like, do you guys remember the last price increase in September of like, I think it was the year before last year, where we got Black Desert and other games like that with scores of 50? What is wrong with Sony? Why are you doing this? Are you trying to lose people on purpose? Like, literally, if my PS Plus account did not expire in November, I would have canceled it like this moment. What are you doing, Sony? Why am I paying for this? Anyways, got a job to do, so let's find out more about these games. Alright, from the creator of Dragon Ball comes a new action RPG, Sandland. Create incredible vehicles to explore a desert world and beyond. Learn how to control the powers and lead your company of heroic misfits exploring the legendary world of Sandland. But beware of the many dangers that populate it, between bandits, fierce wildlife, and the royal army. Reaching the spring won't be easy. Use your tact and imagination to develop tanks and other vehicles that will help you navigate this vast land using a wide array of part combinations. Oh my god. Sandland has a MetaCritic rating of 70. But a user score of 8.0. Sandland can be beat in 20 hours, or for completionist, it will take 60 hours. What do you guys think of this one? I'm not too excited. Let's move on to the next one. Soul Hackers 2. Explore a supernatural world and investigate the world's end in this sci-fi neo-noir mystery. Amidst the glimmer of neon lights, technological advancements cause humans to be consumed by commercial convenience. Existing in the secret sea of humanity's data, a digital hive mind has evolved into sentience. Aeon. Observing humankind from afar, Aeon calculates that a world-ending disaster is imminent and creates two agents to combat against it. Together, these agents of Aeon must investigate and prevent a butterfly effect that will lead to the end of the world. Not my cup of tea. Metacritic rating for Soul Hackers 2 is a 74 with a user score of 6.9. The main story can be beat in 31 hours, and for completionist, it will take 66 hours. Not my cup of tea. Let's move on to game number 3. Ooh, is this a VR one? Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted, Full-Time Edition. This is a collection of classical and original minigames set in the Five Nights universe. Survive terrifying encounters with your favorite killer animatronics in a collection of new and classic Five Nights at Freddy's experiences. Repair claustrophobic ventilation systems, troubleshoot broken animatronics that could activate at any moment, or spend your evenings cowering in the nighttime security guard office. Scenes from the classic titles have been updated and remade for a fully immersive experience. So it says it's for PS4 and PS5, but I'm not sure if this is only for VR. Combined version of Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted, and its DLC for PS5 and PSVR 2. The base version for PS4 is also available as the catalog. Standard non-VR and VR mode included. Interesting. So Five Nights at Freddy's has a rating of 80. Wow, I was not expecting that. And a user score of 8.2. As far as runtime goes, it can be beat in 8.5 hours or up to 17 hours for completionist runs. The next game on the list is Battlefield 5, which is a weird one because I'm pretty sure it was already available a while ago. I'm just going to read what it says here on the PlayStation blog. Enter mankind's greatest conflict with Battlefield 5 as the series goes back to its root in a never-before-seen portrayal of World War II. Experience all-out multiplayer with your squad in the vast grand operations and the cooperative combined arms. Or take on single-player war stories. This also includes Firestorm, which is a battle royale reimagined for Battlefield. Now, if you remember, in April of 2021, we did get Battlefield 5 as a monthly game. So if you've been around that long, then this means nothing to you. Battlefield 5 PS5 was notoriously hated at launch, so it has a score of 81, but users really review bombed it with a 3.5. Battlefield 5 takes 6 hours to beat the main campaign, or for completionist runs, it's 35 hours. But again, it is a multiplayer game, so you can play this game forever if you want to. S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Legends of the Zone Enhanced Edition. Ooh, this is brand new on PlayStation. Look at this. This was uploaded 3 hours ago on the PlayStation's official YouTube page. Let's get started. This is for the PS4 and the PS5. Delve into the renowned classics of open-world survival with the original S.T.A.L.K.E.R. trilogy. Now it's been upscaled and enhanced for a new generation. This isn't looking good for the PS5's remasters machine reputation. Investigate the zone's origins, taking on the roles of legendary stalkers and forging paths that can lead to different outcomes based on your actions and decisions. Test your gumption while navigating through radioactive debris and anomalies. Put your reflexes to trial during intense gunfights. Search for the answer to the darkest mysteries that could cost you your sanity in sinister catacombs filled with starving mutants. So, looks like another remaster, enhanced and refined. Oh man, give us some new games, what the heck? So, since S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Legends of the Zone trilogy just came out, there are no runtimes or ratings for it. All I could tell you is how long the old games were. So the old games are around the 15-hour range, up to 30 to 40 hours for completionist runs. So you add all those up if you want to see how long that's going to take to beat the whole trilogy. As far as rating goes, they were generally favorable at the time. They were released all the way back in 2010, but Call of Pripyat got an 80 and an 8.5. So in the YouTube description, it says we get Shadows of Chernobyl, Clear Sky, and Call of Pripyat. S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Clear Sky was released in 2008. It got a score of 75 and a user score of 7.5. S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Shadow of Chernobyl was released in 2007. Generally favorable. It got an 82 with a user score of 8.4. Moving on. All right, up next we have Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. I'm pretty sure this one was already on PS Plus, wasn't it? I swear we had a Grand Blue Fantasy game. Rise to Glory in versus Rising, a delightful fighting game experience for beginners and veterans alike. Newcomers can fully enjoy the intensity and thrills of one-on-one combat without needing to memorize complicated controls. Simple inputs can be used to perform skills with the press of a single button. Embark on a journey through the vast skies of Grand Blue Fantasy and immerse yourself in an epic adventure while mastering the fundamentals of gameplay. As you take on more quests in this action RPG-inspired experience, you'll continue to grow stronger. That's kind of fun. It looks like it has a lot of little mini games, and it's a little bit more than just a fighting game. Not really my cup of tea, but I appreciate the variety. Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising has a score of 81 with a user score of 7.0. So it takes about 13 to 15 hours to beat. But again, it's a fighting game, so you can probably get lost in it forever. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, this one looks sort of exciting. Humankind is a historical strategy game where you'll be rewriting the entire narrative of human history and combining cultures and create a civilization that is as unique as you are. This is really fun. You get to rewrite history. Honestly, this looks kind of fun. And I don't know if this is the graphics or this is just like, I think this is a real filming thing. I don't think this is the graphics. Let's go find a trailer with gameplay. All right, what's the gameplay like? There we go. That's more truthful. Way different. I thought those were the graphics for a second. Look at this. Look at this trailer. It has nothing to do with the game at all. I hate trailers like this. There we go. That's what the actual game looks like. Wow. What a disappointment. All right, so you create a civilization that's unique as you are. Combine up to 60 historical cultures as you lead your people from the ancient to the modern age, face historical events, take impactful moral decisions, and make scientific breakthroughs. This sounds a lot like Civilization. Let's see what people thought of it. All right, Humankind can be beat in 15 and a half hours, or if you're on the platinum, it's 202 hours. Yep, it's that kind of game. It has a critic score of 77 and a user score of 6.7. This pretty much sums up how I feel about this game. Oh, look at these sweet graphics. What is this? Oh, it's that kind of graphics and that kind of game. No thanks. Here's another game that I have zero interest in. Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. This reimagined version of A Wonderful Life brings all of the heart and charm of the original to a new generation as the definitive experience of one of the most cherished entries in the long-running farming series. Put down roots on your new farm in the peaceful town of Forgotten Valley, forge precious memories as you weave your own generation-spanning tale of friendship, family, and farming. Bring life to the lands by cultivating crops and raising animals, find love among the town's friendly folks and make lasting memories with a family of your very own in this reimagining of a beloved farming classic. The remaster machine go brrrr. Alright, Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life has a score of 72 and a user score of 7.5. As far as hours goes, it's anywhere from 24 hours to 100 hours. Wow. All right, last one on the list is Gloomhaven, a tough tactical RPG. Lead your band of mercenaries through an unforgiving land where every choice is crucial. Carve your way through terrifying dungeons, dreadful forests, and dark caves filled with horrific monsters to reap your rewards. Or die trying. Sell your sword to anyone who can afford it. May they be city officials or corrupt cultists. You are paid to get results, not to ask questions. Where will you draw the line? 1,000 abilities. So, is this a card game? Tactical RPG. What does that mean? Wow, lots of good ratings. 8s and 9s? Okay, let's go take a look. All right, Gloomhaven has a score of 82 by critics. Critics really liked it for some reason, but users did not. It has a 6.6 user score. Gloomhaven. Oh my god, look at these runtimes. No, thank you. It has a minimum runtime of 100 hours for Gloomhaven. Definitely not playing this one. And then for premium, we have Battle Engine Aquila. I'm not going to read that. So yeah, those are the games. Gloomhaven, Story of Seasons, Humankind, Grand Blue Fantasy, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, Battlefield 5, Five Nights at Freddy's, Soul Hackers 2, and Sandland. Like, this is so disappointing. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's because we got a good game as the monthly game. PS Plus is not capable of giving you good monthly games and good PS Plus extra games. It's either one or the other. So because we have Balatro, we have to suffer on PS Plus extra. But I guess that's a good thing because that means less games to play and less backlog. But again, we are paying for this. So I want to be given options even though it makes the backlog way worse. So anyway, that's it. Those are your games. Are you excited by this or are you disappointed by this? Maybe some of you are excited about this, but certainly not I. That concludes the episode. There's not much to say. If you are disappointed by this result, just cancel PS Plus and buy Doom because it comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow we get Doom: The Dark Ages. I am currently playing Doom Eternal and wow, it is such a treat to play on the PS5. So that is my advice to you. Ignore all PS Plus extra games, even cancel it if you have to, and play Doom instead. Anyway, signing off for now. Until next time, be a friend and I'll see you again.